All right, what's up, people? Since I've been having such luck with the rant videos, I figured I'd go ahead and slip my fucking feet down the goddamn stairs, motherfucker. Oh shit, you'd love that, wouldn't you? Hey man, I just gotta say this, Jorge, bro. I love your comments. I think they're very funny. Keep them up. They're awesome as fuck. I don't delete comments. I just want you to know that. I saw your shit in a fucking, I know I said this already, but I'm gonna say it again. I saw it in a notification that's like when your little fucking bell goes off and shit like that, and I can see it. Then I go to reply to it, and it's like, it's not fucking there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it not there? Sometimes you can say something that they don't like. I mean, I've had to learn how to spell pedos with, you put spaces in between every letter. That's what you got to do. I mean, and there's certain words that triggered the algorithm and all that bullshit. Anywho, so like I was getting pissed off today because I was like seeing this story about basically a 2-year-old kid with asthma getting kicked off an American Airlines flight because he couldn't keep his mask on. His mother was sitting there being very calm. She had her fucking stupid ass mask on, trying to keep his mask on because that's their fucking policy. And I'm like, where the fuck does this end? Where the fuck? We're in dystopia right now. This is goofy as fuck. So I'm going to talk about two things in this video. One is going to be masks, and the other is going to be vaccines. And what I want to tell you about is like the way they're fucking selling this is super fucking weird, right? Now I want you to think about this naturally. Naturally think about this way. If I'm wearing a mask, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to protect myself, right? Theoretically. You can say theoretically. That's what I'm trying to do. If I put a mask on, I'm trying not to breathe something in that's out there. That's why I put the mask on, so I don't have to. And I don't put a mask on. I'm anti-mask. I'm anti-mask. I'm not necessarily anti-vax, but we'll get to the vax in a second. I'm definitely anti-mask. I think wearing a mask makes you look like a fucking weirdo. But hey, if you want to do it, more power to you. If you think that's going to protect you, more power to you. But what I want to explore here is the narrative that we've been given, both on the masks and on the vaccines, because this is important. What did they tell you when they first started doing the mask thing? After Fauci lied about masks, don't use them, but then use them, then don't use them, and then double them, and then triple them, whatever. I mean, you can do the math. If 2 is more, impressive than 1, then you might as well just fucking put the whole box on and fucking be done with it. Seriously, be done with it, because you ain't going to be able to breathe. I remember when this first came out and my job required a mask, I had to mask up. And, like, thankfully I work at night and, there's no real bosses there. So my technical boss, he was like, just make sure when the big boss comes in the morning, he don't see you with your mask down. Because he understood it was bullshit. But because what I do is I do actually, secret chick, I do heavy lifting for a job. So basically I have to lift and move things and I get physical in my job, and it's like, I put that mask on and I'm like huffing and puffing like a motherfucker. I'm like wheezing and fucking like, I'm wheezy from the Jeffersons. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking going ape shit with I'm fucking struggling to breathe. I don't have asthma. I didn't have an asthma attack, but damn, I probably know what it feels like. You can't fucking breathe. Take this shit off. As soon as I pull that shit up, fresh air. Fresh air, I can breathe again. So look, if you want to put that shit on, you want to act like a goofball, you want to walk around like a ninja all day, more power to you. But see, the narrative that they pulled was, they basically said, and this was very impressive, and I got to give it to, and I'm not going to say the left, because I'm on I don't know where I am anymore. I'm a progressive. I will always be a progressive. I think I've left the left, though. I don't think the left is progressive anymore. I think they're totalitarian and borderline fascist at this point. That's what's really, ironic about Antifa. Antifa are the fascists. But we don't need to get into that. That's a whole separate fucking story. The idea that they put out there, which I thought was brilliant, although insidious, was that your mask protects me and my mask protects you. And the reason they did that was for compliance. They want everybody to wear the mask. And the only reason they could fucking say that, look, if you want to wear your mask, wear your mask. Protect yourself. No. That's not the narrative anymore. Now the narrative, and I know I'm walking in circles. Shut the fuck up, guy. Whoever the fuck you are. Same guy. Just give it a thumbs down right now. Just thumbs down, click out, go home. I don't know where you are. I'm kidding. Love you all. But the point being is that they realize that would not work. They have to make you feel guilty. So your mask is protecting that other person over there. Is it? Is it really? How does that even fucking make any sense? How does that even fucking make any sense? Are you saying that these are one-way only masks? Like you can take in, but you can't give out, right? Is that what they're saying? I don't even know what the fuck they're saying. No, what they're saying is we want compliance. And if it was up to an individual to wear a mask or not to wear a mask, whether you felt your health was in danger, then the people that didn't feel their health was in danger just wouldn't wear a fucking mask. Like I don't wear a mask. I've been done kicked out of stores because I refused to wear a mask. 5 and below. I remember when the fucking shit first came down. And they were doing that whole thing about only 5 people were allowed in the store at a time. They had a little clicker. I don't know if y'all remember this shit. I'm telling you the God's honest truth, because me, my wife, and my 2 kids went up to the strip mall where we used to live, not where we live now. This was when the shit first came out. This is like 2 years ago. Remember 15 days to slow the spread? Nobody remembers that anymore, right? Double mask. No, I'm just kidding. The point being is, like, they were only letting 5 people in the store at a time, and they had a line going down the fucking, down the block. And I went up to the front of the line because you know how I go. And I'm like, what's going on here? How come you're doing this? What's going on? And they're like, well, we're only allowing, social distancing. This is when the shit first came out and everybody was fucking panicking and buying up all the toilet paper and all that dumb shit. Oh, that turned out real good, didn't it? Hope you still have some left. No, but the point being is that they said, we're only allowing 5 people in the store at a time because of social distancing, blah, blah, blah. And so I looked down to the other store at the end of the fucking, what was an anchor store. And I'm like, it was a Giant Food. And I'm like, how come they're not doing that? Because they weren't. Giant Food didn't have that policy. Oh, you're going to have to go ask them. Exactly. But then when you start getting government mandates and you start getting told what the fuck to do and you start getting required what the fuck to do under penalty of law and shit like that, or you will get kicked off the airplane, and make sure you check your shoes, because there was that one time where that one guy fucking had a shoe bomb, even though it was a fucking dud, that we got to check everybody's shoes forever. Remember the shoe bomber? Now, every time you go to fly on a plane, what do you have to do? Take your fucking shoes off and put them in a little box and have that. Come on now. This is what we're doing. This is how insane we've become with fear, paranoia, etc. And it's getting tiring. And then you got the vaccine. So what they say is like, okay, get the vaccine because the vaccine protects you against getting the virus, right? Now, who are the biggest bitches when it comes to fucking talking about this shit? It's people that have the vaccine, continue to wear their fucking masks. Why are you wearing a mask? You got the vaccine, bro. You're solid. Do I wear a mask for polio? Do I wear a mask for measles? No, I have the shots. I don't wear a mask for tetanus. I don't wear a mask for all the shit that I got vaccines for. I'm not anti-vax. However, if you're going to fucking promote this idea that the vaccine works, why are you still requiring masks? Why are you still, talking about unvaccinated people as though they're a threat? Dude, you got the vaccine. You're good. If I don't have the vaccine, which I don't, sue me. I trust my immune system. Once my job requires me to get it, I will get it. I'm not scared of a needle. It's not about that. It's just like, what the fuck? I trust my immune system. My wife is fully vaxxed. My daughter's fully vaxxed. My son was 11 when they were pushing that shit. Now he's 12, so my wife's going to have to get him fucking vaccinated because, they're going to pull that shit on him at school and blah, 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 whatever. Until they force me to get it, I'm not getting it. I don't see a need for it. Whatever. But if you have it, what are you fucking still bitching about? What are you fucking, you're safe. If the shit really works. And this is what I'm getting to. Because it turns out that the shit, I know I'm walking in circles. Stop saying it in the comments. Stop saying I'm walking. If I get a comment that says I'm walking in circles, YouTube didn't delete it. I deleted that shit. No, I'm kidding. I don't delete comments. But the point being, that was another shout out to you. Jorge, I love you, man. Keep coming with the comedy. I love it. But what the fuck? If you have the vaccine, what are you fucking scared of at this point? What are you worried about? You're safe. You're cool. You're inoculated. You have, might not have the natural antibodies, but you have, might as well, right? That's what a vaccine does. I don't walk around life, worrying about tetanus. Could be everywhere. I don't give a fuck. I'm inoculated. I don't go around worrying about mumps. Mumps? Fuck is mumps? It sounds like bumps, but with an M. But that's the thing. I don't know. Measles, mump, rubella, MMR, had to get those to go to school. My kid had to get those to go to school. They're like, well, that's a vaccine mandate, isn't it? Yeah, against a life-threatening disease, sure, 100%. This shit is not life-threatening, especially to children. But goddamn it, if you got the fucking shit, if you got the vaccine, and you're wearing a mask on top of it, because obviously, if you believed in the vaccine, your mask would be off. You don't believe in the vaccine. You don't believe in masks. You don't believe in anything. All you believe in is control. All you believe in is being a slave, a servant, a serf. That's what you fucking believe in. And that's the battle that we're getting ready to fight, because it's going to have to happen. I will not comply. They're going to come to try to take guns. They're going to try to do everything. This is part of a larger agenda that most people are not talking about. People were talking about it a while ago, and they stopped talking about it because the dots were like, it's like they're getting to be too many fucking dots that we can't connect them anymore. And this goes to the transgender. This goes to what they're going to end up doing with pushing the pedophilia. I can show you that shit. Yeah, Build Back Better. What do they fucking call it again? That was Biden's term, Build Back Better. But there's another term for that shit. And it's basically, there is a sinister, and I hate to say sinister because I kind of identify with this sinister path, but sinister in the sense of not meaning left and not meaning, from the Latin, but meaning like evil, like force at work here that is fascist, totalitarian, authoritarian. They want to take all your money. They're going to fucking this is cancel culture. This is the transgender. This is turning the frogs gay. I'm not talking about frogs, and I'm not talking about gay. I'm talking about turning a little boy into a little girl because, well, hey, then they can't have kids, and we're overpopulated. Bill Gates, am I correct? I said this was going to be a rant, and yes, I am walking in circles, and if anybody says that in the fucking comments, I will obliterate that with a nuke. There is a nuke emoji, and I can use it. Actually, there's a missile emoji. I don't think there's a nuke emoji. That would be too soon. I mean, Nagasaki happened, what? I don't know. I can't do the math right now. My calculator is fucking and my brain is off. Okay, so 45 to 2000 is 55, and then add the 21. 55 plus 21 is what, 71 years? Yeah, it's too soon. It's too fucking soon for the nuke emoji. But seriously, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take everything. And my last one was about taxes, but this one is about compliance. This one is about them telling you what the fuck you need to do. Mask forever, which is going to destroy just the way we do things as human beings. Facial recognition. That's a huge part of psychological development. There's an entire generation of kids that have been fucked by this just for 2 years. And they want to do it fucking forever. Masks forever. Vaccines and boosters forever, and then run and hide in fear forever. I'm sorry. I don't want to live like that. I know I might be in a basement. I know I might be hiding from the sunlight, but I don't want to live this way. I mean, I like living like this, but the point being is I don't want to have to hide from anyone. When I go outside, I have 0 masks on. I don't have a vaccine, and I don't shy away from people. I actually have a skill that pissed my dad off when I went on vacation to his house, to the point where he got mad because this is a true story, and I'll end with this. We were at a restaurant. It was like a big fancy fucking restaurant, and like you go in there and you give them your name and you got to wait. It was a seafood. It was like a steak seafood. It was like one of the best in town. He lives in like Virginia Beach area, Chesapeake area, whatever. And what I told him is I have this ability where I can basically make friends with anybody on the spot. And he's like, oh, really? And I said, yeah. And I pointed over to a family, and it was a black family. And my dad, of course, he's a Peckerwood, man. He is what he is. He's an old white man, generations removed from the South. I mean, I live in Virginia, but he's from Georgia area type areas and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah. And watch, within 30 seconds of going over and talking to that dude, and this was a big black guy. It wasn't like, it was no faking. I'm like, I'm going to get him to hug me. He's like, what? I'm like, yep, 100%. So what did I do? I went over there, and within 30 seconds, I was hugging dude, and I was meeting his family, and I met his 2 kids. And he had these 2 kids, and I could have swore they were twins. And I said, hey, man, that's cool. You got twins. And he's like, no, they're actually a year apart. I was like, oh, really? Damn, I couldn't tell the difference, man. They look exactly identical. He's like, no, they're a year apart. We ended up shaking it up and banging it out. And I went back over to my dad, and his jaw was on the ground. He was like, how did you do that? I said, dude, I can do this all night. He was confused. He didn't understand what I did and how, and I'm not telling you what I did. I'm not laying the secrets out for y'all, but I can make friends with anybody. My daughter's fucking boyfriend even said when we were eating dinner after that happened, he was like, yeah, he did it with me at the Home Depot. Because I went up to the Home Depot with my daughter's boyfriend. And we were walking around. I'm like, dude, pick somebody. I'll make instant friends with him. He's like, what? Really? He picked somebody. Boom. Instant friends. We're slapping it up. We're See, this is what most people don't understand. There is such a thing as magic. There is such a thing as lesser magic. As Anton LaVey would say. Manipulation. Being able to control a room. Being able to fucking go up to a random ass stranger and just, boom, slam it out with them. You know what I mean? It's called common humanity. And we're losing that. We're losing our common humanity behind masks. And I did all this without masks and shit. It was like 4 months ago or some shit. And I kept doing it to the point where we were on the fucking boardwalk of Virginia Beach and my dad got mad. He said, why do you keep doing that? Now, see, here's the problem. I'm a grown man. You might be my dad, but don't talk to me like that. Just because you can't do what I can do? Just because I'm better than you? Get the fuck out of here, man. But anywho, masks, vaccines, if they really work, what do you have a problem with? Anywho, thanks for listening. It's a rant. It'll be what it is, 20 minutes.